In this presentation, I'll be discussing the case BOZZIO v. EMI Group Limited, identifying its issue, holding, and the court's reasoning. I'll also include what I think about this case in the context of our course. In summary, this case is about third-party rights, specifically third-party beneficiaries. In 1980, Dale BOZZIO, Terry BOZZIO, and Warren Cucurullo founded the band Missing Persons. Capitol Records signed the band and the individual artists in 1982, agreeing to pay royalties for sales and licensing. In 1983, the band members formed Missing Persons, Inc., a loan-out corporation, and Capitol entered into a loan-out agreement with this corporation. The agreement required Capitol to pay all artist royalties to Missing Persons, Inc., not to the individual artists. The band disbanded in 1986, and Missing Persons, Inc. was suspended in 1988 for failure to pay taxes. In 2012, Dale BOZZIO filed a lawsuit against Capitol for breach of contract, alleging that Capitol failed to properly account for and pay royalties from digital downloads, ringtones, and streaming music. Dale BOZZIO, the plaintiff, filed a lawsuit against EMI Group Limited, Capitol Records LLC, and others, the defendants, in the Northern District of California for breach of contract. The district court granted Capitol's motion to dismiss, concluding that BOZZIO could not sue as a third-party beneficiary, while Missing Persons, Inc. was suspended. BOZZIO appealed to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. I identified the issue in this case as whether a third-party beneficiary can sue for breach of contract when the promisee corporation is suspended, and the corresponding holding was that a third-party beneficiary can sue for breach of contract when the promisee corporation is suspended. What was the court's reasoning for this decision? The court reasoned that California law does not consider the incapacity of the promisee to be an absolute bar to a lawsuit by a third-party beneficiary. The California Court of Appeal has suggested that a third-party beneficiary suit may proceed notwithstanding the promisee's incapacity to sue. The district court erred in holding that BOZZIO could not bring an action while Missing Persons, Inc. was suspended. Additionally, the court found that whether BOZZIO waived her right to sue as a third-party beneficiary is a fact-bound inquiry that should not be resolved at the motion to dismiss stage. What are my thoughts on this case? BOZZIO v. EMI underscores critical aspects of third-party beneficiary rights. Dale BOZZIO, as an intended third-party beneficiary, sought to enforce the right to royalties directly against Capitol Records, despite the suspension of Missing Persons, Inc., the loan-out corporation. The court's decision to allow BOZZIO to sue Capitol directly ensures that beneficiaries can seek redress without being hindered by the promisee's legal or financial issues. In this bilateral contract, Capitol Records is identified as the promisor because it made the promise to pay royalties directly benefiting BOZZIO. This identification allows the third party to bypass the middle person and reduces the burden on the courts by eliminating the need for multiple lawsuits. The ruling aligns with California law, which does not consider the incapacity of the promisee to be an absolute bar to a lawsuit by a third-party beneficiary. This decision not only benefits BOZZIO, but also sets a significant precedent for future cases involving third-party beneficiaries. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I'm looking forward to your feedback.